To the Standard newspaper. We have Dabo promises new constitution if elected president. By Tabora Bojang of the Standard newspaper, the UDP presidential candidate Ousseynou Dabo has promised to deliver a new constitution if elected as president of the Gambia next year. Take me to State House 2026. If I get there by 2029, we will prepare a new constitution, present it to the National Assembly for approval, and a referendum will take place. Dabo tells supporters at an event in Spain Saturday night. That constitution, he added, will bring high-impact democratic and governance reforms, empower Gambians in the diaspora by guaranteeing their voting rights, representation in the National Assembly, and appointment into ministerial position if they have dual citizenship. Mr. Dabo argued that there is a wealth of highly qualified and knowledgeable Gambians in the diaspora who contribute significantly to the socio-economic development of the Gambia, but are excluded due to bad laws and other bureaucracies which allege the current government is not interested to address. The UDP leader stressed that the 2026 presidential election is not about Ousseynou Dabo, but the Gambia, adding it is to salvage the Gambia, establish the truth and end the rampant corruption, wastage of public funds, and restore the dignity and rights of Gambians in the diaspora. He went on, the world is moving but the Gambia is crawling. This is unfortunate. We need to have progressive laws that respect the rights of every Gambian. The right to proper representation is a human right issue and we will not neglect it. But this is just the governance side. Talking about the economy, our resources are being mismanaged. Ministers are given 2 vehicles, one for their official use and other for driving their children and wives to schools, to social events and beaches. All that comes at the expense of the state. Yes, ministers should have privileges, but it should not lead to a waste of public funds because they end up spending more money on those utility vehicles than official vehicles. That money could have been invested into our hospitals. It could have been invested in Farafenye, Bansang, or Basse Hospital and other facilities to enable Gambians access to good health care. Before they hire expensive flights to attend the UN General Assembly in America, the AU conference in Addis Ababa, the ECOWAS meeting in Abuja, why can't they invest that money into agriculture? A president of a poor country should not feel ashamed to board a commercial flight. As the English says, cut your clothes according to your size. Former President Jawara boarded commercial flights. It did nothing to his presidency except to save millions from being wasted from public coffers. We cannot address these problems if we do not have a responsive and responsible government.
Wow.
Coming from the presidential candidate of the United Democratic Party.
Wow.
So I hope so. He will keep his words with regards to the issue of the new constitution if elected as president in 2026.
Not only the issue of the new constitution, but some of the promises he made of the new constitution. Some provisions one of which is appointing someone from the diaspora. Ñu nekk ci diaspora ñu am someone representing them fan laa ko gis sax mu ne appointment into the ministerial position if they have a dual citizenship boobu is benn. Do you think comme the last time ñu ngi ko doon wax because if you have a dual citizenship according to our constitution you cannot hold public office.
Yeah.
And he is promising them he will give them the right to vote in the new constitution that he will bring if elected into office. He will give them the right to vote, and then he will they will have a representation in the National Assembly. Bobo is another one, and then appointment into a ministerial position if they have a dual citizenship. Ñetta yep nekkut sa no constitution, but these are these are things you have people in the diaspora, they crying for. They will say they needed a representation, they needed to vote, they want to have they want to feel themselves, they want to feel at least someone is representing them there and stuff like that. So do you think having someone with a dual citizenship nga into public office ndax nga gisee loolu naka la moo mel because man in my own understanding last time maa ngi doon joxe that very example fii nii if I have a dual citizenship I am a citizen of the Gambia and I am a citizen of Senegal as well so nga appoint ma nga def ma minister foog nga ne du ma njuuj njaaj léegi because fële suma dëkk la de especially su fekkee ne ñaari dëkk yi am na wax ju sew ñu nekk seen diggante fan ngay pledge allegiance to 100% ndax di nga nekk Gambian ndax 50% ngay nekk Gambian beneen 50% bi Sénégalais nga koo doon naka la moo demee surtout yow ñaari réew yi nga xam ne nii ñoom nga yor seen kay doon seen doomi réew su ñaari réew yooyu amee benn problème boo xam ne nii yow sa office ñoo ko war a adresse te yow yaa ngi si in the center of things so nan nga gisee loolu is that not going to be funny to have a dual citizenship ba pare nga hold public office
it's going to be funny
maybe it's happening elsewhere but as far as the constitution is not our constitution does not allow it
foofu la conflict of interest du ñëwee
conflict of interest so
yes so you are affected by both sides doo xam fooy mun a taxaw so it all has to do with it's very simple
and this is what he is
in as much as bugga nga hold a public office so amee dual citizenship denounce the other citizenship nga jàpp si benn bi nga mun a def sa liggéey effectively but in as much as yaa ngi amee both citizenship of both countries you'll find it very difficult pour mun a execute your functions without fear or favor
benn moom I agree with him on having to have a new constitution dëgg la because Gambia is about time you move into the third republic understand we are still in the second republic it's about time you move into the third republic as far as regime be changed and then we are saying we need a new constitution there are some laws especially some draconian laws in the constitution we need to change it so to have a new constitution foog naa ñun ñëpp loolu lañ bëgg that's one and then to diaspora bi ñu am someone representing them in the National Assembly yes I agree but bile tam mooy foofu laay xalaat ne xam nga conflict of interest du fa am ak yooyu noonu because you have a dual citizenship so pour ñu avoid loolu foog naa loolu moo dee tax ñu la wax ne da nga war a denounce the other gis nañ the likes of Dr. Ismaila Ceesay that's what he did but xam nga rek I don't know politique moom politique la especially soo nekkee seen biir kër moom lu neexee da nga koo wax ndax dina demee noonu kay mooy wax ji
keeping to their promise is always the problem
and then
so ñoo ut they have very good policies and li nga xamante ne moo nekk agendas but when elected
but Dabo was in office
yes
as a minister and then later mu nekk a vice president
so we just hope that they will go by it so the 2026 is fast approaching yàggatut just of few months to the presidential election and I think IEC again and the electoral calendar I think the election is slated for December 5th
fenn la benn issue of taking commercial flight instead of ngay jël a private jet or something like that and he was minister he was the vice president xëy na naa doon understand su fekkoon ne xëy na mos na advise the president to take a commercial flight instead of a private jet or nangam but dégguma fenn fu mu wax ne mos na ko wax daf ne moom président bi war naa def loolu te moom dina introduce lu mel noonu te he was in office as well so ndax loolu bi ñu génnee office lañ ko door a bàyyi xel ndax bàyyiñ ko xel bi ñoo nekk office
yeah it's very funny
anyway daal xam naa daal promises yi rëy na su jëlee raw gaadu gi ndax dina def promises yi mooy wax ji waaye xam nga ñi ne ci diaspora bi ñooñu soo leen naxee tam am nga problème parce que duñ la bàyyi nga nelaw
dige bor la